अस्सलाम व्यूअर्स, खुशामदी। दिस इज़ आमना शाह, योर होस्ट ऑन ई आवाज़ चैनल। और आज बहुत बेहतरीन सुबह है, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग पाकिस्तान डे, रेजोल्यूशन डे हियर। और फ्लैग होस्टिंग हो रही है मार्कम में। एंड यहाँ बेहतरीन गेस्ट, ऑनरेबल गेस्ट आए हैं। एंड एन्जॉय द डे विद अस।
Gentlemen, quick photo of your please.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Minister of International Trade, our host for today, His Worship Mir Prince Kapiti, Honorable Yasmin Pratansi, Member Parliament Mr. Rob Oliphant, Member Parliament Honorable Ikra Khalid, Member Provincial Parliament Honorable Dr. Shafiq Qadri, the York Regional Police Chief Mr. Eric Joseph, Mr. Masar Shafiq, Mr. Imran Mia, I think he's not here. Yeah. I welcome you all on behalf of the Consulate to the 78th National Day of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, it was on 23rd of March 1940 at Lahore that a resolution was presented at Minto Park, Lahore, and this resolution basically laid the foundation for the future sovereign independent homeland and the Indian subcontinent, which came to be called as Pakistan. It was this resolution which eventually led to the foundation of Pakistan in 1947. In order to start the ceremony, I would like to call upon Miss Alina Azmat to recite a few verses from the Holy Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب ويصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد. Before proceeding further, I would like to recognize and acknowledge the presence of our colleagues from the Consular Court, the Consuls General, sitting at the back. And at this event, our Prime Minister and President of Pakistan, they have sent us the messages. Our Consul General of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Ahmed Siddiqui, would like to read out the messages of the President and Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I wish you a very happy Pakistan Day. On this day, 78 years ago, our founding fathers decided to launch a struggle to make a separate homeland for the people in South Asia, and it led to the creation of Pakistan in 1947, 14th of August 1947. So मेरी तरफ से आप सब लोगों को मुबारक हो यौम जमहूरिया पाकिस्तान, और हम दुआ करते हैं और हम मिल के दुआ करते हैं कि पाकिस्तान को अल्लाह ताला इसी तरह खुश खुर्रम रखे और तरक्की की राह पे गामज़न रखे, आमीन. On this occasion, the President of Pakistan and the Prime Minister of Pakistan have sent their messages. I would like to read the message of the President of Pakistan, Mr. Mamnoon Hussain first. The President said, and I quote, "23rd March is an important landmark in the history of our nation. I warmly felicitate the nation on this auspicious occasion. It was on this day in 1940 when the historic Lahore Resolution was passed, which united the Muslims of the subcontinent for a greater objective. Today we pay homage to the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, poet philosopher Dr. Allama Iqbal, and the other great leaders of the freedom movement who paved the way for the creation of Pakistan through their valiant struggle, determination and unparalleled sacrifices. This day is also a vivid reminder that Pakistan was established through a democratic struggle, and that democracy is key to the continued development and stability of our country. It is therefore imperative that democratic values are promoted so that tolerance, forbearance and harmony flourishes in the society, and we are able to address the current challenges afflicting us. Terrorism and militancy in the region during the last few decades have adversely affected Pakistan. The Pakistani nation has faced these challenges with unity and resilience, and this is enabling us to dismantle the last remaining remnants of militancy and usher in a new era of economic prosperity. The CPAC and other mega projects are testimony to this reality. Let us once again today reiterate our resolve to take Pakistan to the heights of glory as envisioned by our forefathers. I pray to Allah Almighty to grant us the strength to serve our great country with sincerity and lead Pakistan on the path to even greater progress and prosperity." Unquote. Now the message by the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahid Khaqan Abbasi. This message is in Urdu language. And he said, आज का दिन जब 78 साल पहले के उस अजीम दिन की याद दिलाता है जब जनूबी एशिया के मुसलमानों ने गुलामी की जंजीरें काटने और एक आज़ाद मुस्लिम रियासत के क़याम का पुरज़्म फैसला किया था. आज ही के दिन लाहौर के तारीख़ी इजलास में मुस्लिम लीग ने कायद आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना की क़यादत में वो तारीख साज करारदाद मंजूर की थी, जो बाद में करारदाद पाकिस्तान के नाम से मशहूर हुई। इस करारदाद ने मंजिल का वाज़ेह शऊर दिया और सिर्फ 7 साल बाद पाकिस्तान वजूद में आ गया। ये वो मंजिल थी जिसका वाज़ेह तस्वुर अल्लामा इकबाल ने 1930 में पेश किया था। आज हम 23 मार्च 1940 का यादगार दिन यौम पाकिस्तान के तौर पर मना रहे हैं। हमें अपने माजी पर गहरी नज़र डालते हुए अपने हाल और मुस्तकबिल की सूरतगरी के लिए गौर व फिक्र करना होगा। हमें अपनी कामरानियों के साथ साथ अपनी कोताहियों का भी जायज़ा लेना होगा। पाकिस्तान एक जमहूरी जद्दोजहद के ज़रिए वजूद में आया। इसकी बका, सलामती, यकजहती, तरक्की और खुशहाली का राज भी जमहूरियत में पोशीदा है। आइन की सरबुलंदी और कानून की बालादस्ती को यकीनी बनाए बगैर हम आबरूमंद नहीं हो सकते। आइए हम पुख्ता अहद करें कि वतन अज़ीज़ की मजबूती और सरबुलंदी के लिए हम एक जिंदा और पुरज़्म कौम के तौर पर इक़बाल और कायद के अफ़कार को मशहरा अपनाएंगे। अल्लाह हम सबका हामी और नासिर हो। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for the Mayor, His Worship Prince Kapiti, to present his remarks on this occasion.
Well, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to everyone. And Consul General, I want to say thank you very much once again for holding this wonderful celebration here at the Markham Civic Center. It's with great pride that we've hosted this every year. And I remember having a conversation upon your arrival, and we met. And I asked you, if you did nothing else, to please continue having this wonderful celebration at the city of Markham, because we are the most diverse city in all of Canada. And I want to thank you for your leadership. You've been an amazing advocate for Pakistan, and you've been an amazing advocate for the community. So I say thank you for your outstanding leadership. I want to recognize all of my colleagues in political life in one sentence. Welcome to the city of Markham, because, and I'll tell you why, I'm on a bit of a tight schedule, and I would like to recognize you all, and you'll all be recognized, I'm sure. But I thank you for coming and for being such wonderful public servants. And thank you for the great way, and that all of you continue to build relationships internationally, certainly between Canada, certainly between the communities you represent. And from time to time, if you're abroad and you want to mention the city of Markham, I will forgive you. So, go ahead and do that. I also want to recognize my colleague from Markham Council, Ward 6 Councillor Amanda Colucci, who's also here. I want to say thank you to all of the leaders that are here. This is a wonderful celebration. Consul General, I thank you, and again, won't mention them all, but I want to express a warm welcome to all of the Consul General that are here in the city of Markham. You're no strangers to our community, and I thank you for joining this celebration. I actually thank you for extending the invitation to the other representatives, because again, I think this is very reflective of the diversity that we have here in our city. Now, I want to welcome all of you here, but I have to say, I am particularly pleased to see so many children that were out there, many of them singing the national anthem for Pakistan, many of them singing the national anthem for Canada. And I just want to say to all of the kids that are here in this room today, continue to have that amazing pride that you have in the country of origin of where your family came from. Never lose that. Share your traditions. Be proud of your heritage. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are less of a citizen of Canada than anyone else. Be proud to wear your traditional clothing. Be proud to bring your traditional food. Be proud to listen to your traditional music. In fact, when I was walking in, Consul General, listening to that beautiful music, I think we might start all of our council meetings with that Pakistani music, because it's so lively. So all the kids that are here, be proud, because there's nothing wrong with being proud of where your parents or where your family came from. And certainly there's nothing proud to be a proud Canadian and to be able to be examples of how this great country has welcomed people from all over the world. and now you are part of this wonderful country. Your parents or your grandparents or whoever they might have been within your family made great sacrifices to be here. And so on this 78th annual celebration of Pakistani Day, National Day, and 78 is a very lucky number, as the Consul General of China knows all too well. And I'm hoping today is green, Consul General, in the city of Markham, because not only do we have the Pakistani flag, but our women's hockey team, Markham Thunder, green is their color. And they're going to be trying to win the Clarkson Cup today as they take on Kunlun Red Stars from China. And so that is happening shortly, and I think green is the color of the day. But the reason that I take great pride in this celebration happening here, it's certainly reflective of our diversity. But it's our opportunity to say thank you to the Pakistani community. No matter where you live, where you call home, I know that the stories are similar to the Pakistani community here in Markham. Each and every one of you have contributed to the social fabric of your community by helping those less fortunate. Each of you have contributed to the economic prosperity of your communities by coming here, working hard, and establishing your own businesses and creating jobs and paying taxes. The lowest ones are right here in the city of Markham, by the way, but we'll talk about that on another day. But you are contributing in each and every way to strengthen not only our community, our province, and our country, but more importantly, to strengthen your family and your communities. And that is invaluable to all of us, no matter where we call home. And so it is with great pride that in the most diverse city in all of Canada, that we fly the Pakistani flag, a flag that also recognizes the presence of minorities within the country. And we certainly do that each and every week here in the city of Markham. I want to thank Khalid Usman, because just 2 nights ago, there was another major fundraiser by the Canadians of Pakistani origin that contributed substantial dollars again to the Markham Stouffville Hospital, to the Global Peace Centre that's located in Canada, and to the Social Services Network that provides help to the South Asian community. He's but one, and a very fine example, but he's but one of many, many leaders within the Pakistani community that are making a difference. And I also want to acknowledge our police chief, Eric Jolliffe. As the former chair of the Police Services Board, I continue to have great pride in this organization, because every day, every week, every month, year after year, they are building bridges to the many cultures of our community. Not when there's trouble. They're there when there's trouble. They're there to protect you. They're there to enforce the laws of the land. But they're there every week that goes by, building bridges with our cultural community to ensure that you feel safe, to ensure that you feel welcome, and to ensure that you know the police are someone that you can turn to when you need help. And I'm particularly proud that the chief took an opportunity in the last few weeks to actually visit Pakistan. And I think he's been an amazing ambassador in building bridges with the communities here at home, but certainly abroad and internationally. And I thank the chief and York Regional Police for all the great work that they do each and every day. And then the other reason, Consul General, I challenge you to find another community. Maybe there is one. I haven't found one, and maybe Google hasn't been working for me. But what other community has 3 names, 3 street names to honor the Pakistani community? Lahore, we also have Karachi, and we have Peshawar, where I don't know how this happened. Apparently Khalid Usman is from there. He must have snuck that by when we were very, very tired or something. But this is the way that we celebrate and recognize the diversity of Canada, because the diversity of Canada has been the greatest asset that we have in building a wonderful nation and by building bridges around the world. Happy National Pakistani Day, Consul General. Thank you to the community for the outstanding contribution.
Before we proceed, I wish to thank Singh, the city government of Malcolm, and Mayor Scarpati particularly for being very helpful in organizing this event every year in Malcolm City Hall. And not only every year speaking, on behalf of the community living here, but also himself overseeing all the arrangements. So thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for your love, Mayor. Now I'd like to invite Honorable Yashmin Vatansi for her remarks.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, Council General, Mayor Scarpiti. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's more, I would say it's more pleasure because I am taking a delegation of senators and 5 MPs to Pakistan on March 29th. I am told this is the first high-profile delegation going to Pakistan from the federal government. And so I would like to congratulate you all for the dedication that you have to this country, to Pakistan, and to hope that we build better relationship between Canada and Pakistan, and that we continue to engage people in the trade aspects, because Pakistan, with a population of 220 million people, is fertile ground for our trade. Wish us luck, because we need it. I know that Nawal is going to say Ayatul Kursi for me, so that I can come back safe. But our delegation is very excited. It's a multi-party delegation going, and they are excited because they've never seen Pakistan. All they hear is about terrorism and everything else. They are not familiar with the flag of Pakistan and what it symbolizes. So I hope when we come back, we will educate people on what Pakistan really stands for. So Pakistan, Zindabad, Canada.
Thank you, Honorable Yashmin, who will enjoy your stay in Pakistan. Wish you good luck. Now we would like to show you 2 short videos about Pakistan.
Welcome to ancient Pakistan. Pakistan is an ancient land. It has been at the center of many historical processes. Watered mainly by Indus and its tributaries, and bounded inter alia by the majestic Himalayas, Karakoram and Hindu Kush, shimmering Thar and Cholistan deserts, rugged hills and valleys of Balochistan, and the sparkling Arabian Sea. The land of Pakistan has cradled human habitations since Paleolithic age. Ideas, art, and crafts produced in ancient Pakistan were disseminated to adjacent countries and regions, including South, Central, and East Asia, by preachers, soldiers, traders, students, and scholars. It was in ancient Pakistan where experts set rules of as ancient a language as Sanskrit, developed elaborate standards, among others of weight, medicine, and town planning, produced exegesis of sacred religious texts, and created art and crafts, which remain the most treasured part of Pakistan's rich cultural heritage. One marvels at human ingenuity exhibited by those who lived in ancient settlements of Mehergarh. These settlements offer an interesting study in transition from foraging to farming, and ultimately to early urbanization. Mehergarh gave meaning to being civilized and cultured in the ancient world as far back as 7000 BC. It marked the beginning of domestication of useful crops and animals in Pakistan, building of shelters with burnt bricks, and experimentation with ceramics. The evolution continued for a few millennia, encompassing Qili Gul Muhammad, Rana Budai, and Rahman Dheri, and Nal and Kuli cultures. Some of these sites evolved from agro-pastoralism to farming and then towns. Slowly and gradually, Mehergarh settlements urbanized, transforming our landscape and society. This slow and gradual evolution culminated in Meluha's hustle bustle. Meluha was the name given to the Indus Valley towns by ancient Babylonians. The name highlighted their love for sea voyages. Meluha has close connection with the word Mallah, used in modern languages of Pakistan, which means voyager. Gandhara, in later millennia, marked yet another progressive phase in ancient Pakistan's history. As a center of art, culture, and contemporary sciences, Gandhara's imprints on South Asia's history and many local cultural traditions are still visible. Taxila, the ancient city of Gandhara, has been described as the wealthiest in contemporary South and Central Asia. Its prosperity resulted from its position at the juncture of three great routes, one from eastern India, the second from western Asia, and the third from Central Asia. It attracted distinguished preachers, including Apostle Thomas and Apollonius of Tyana. One of the world's earliest universities was also believed to have been established in Taxila. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been organizing various events to highlight various aspects of Pakistan's glorious cultural traditions. Exhibition Ancient Pakistan is the latest in the series. It will enable visitors to explore Pakistan since the rise of human civilization in this part of the world. It highlights Pakistan's inevitable role in connecting regions and regional states since antiquity. Thank you.
Pakistan, the land of 1,000 opportunities. Along with its rapidly growing economy and bustling heritage sites, it is home to a number of languages and cultures, as well as being the host to all four seasons and possessing a variety of terrains. Blessed with natural and historical riches, Pakistan's breathtaking destinations include magnanimous mountain ranges, rolling lush plateaus, all dotted with an abundance of pine trees and crystal clear waters to the north. Desolate, yet alluring and expansive deserts towards the south. In between both extremes, it hosts countless mausoleums, mosques, gardens and lakes. Pakistan's agricultural sector has boosted the country's economy and continues to achieve high numbers of employment. Acres of fertile land, favorable weather conditions, and abundance of rain and rivers are further enhanced with a strong canal irrigation network. The country's manufacturing sector is thriving, with cotton, textile and apparels being the largest industries. Pakistan is predicted to be the world's fastest growing Muslim economy in 2017. Pakistan is also known for its manufacturing of sports goods, which are used by professional teams and tournaments in various countries, including the FIFA World Cup. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is an initiative taken by both neighboring countries to explore investment and bilateral trade. It will link the Gwadar port to the Chinese province of Xinjiang and will act as a game changer not only for Pakistan but for global trade as well. There is constant development in the infrastructure across the country. There are 4 motorways connecting city to city, with 8 more under construction. The Lahore Transport Company, in collaboration with Turkey, also launched the metro bus service in 2013. As a country that is just 70 years of age, we have overcome many obstacles in our way. We have done wonders internationally in all sectors.
The growth of our infrastructure and incentivized investment policy initiatives are leading to a continuous emerging Pakistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have among us Honorable Michael Chen, Minister of International Trade, who has brought the message of Honorable Kathleen Wynne, Premier of Ontario. Please welcome Honorable Michael Chen.
Thank you very much. Well, I want to thank Council Chen and also our mayor for organizing and hosting today's event. Well, you know, when one talk after the mayor has spoken is very difficult because he covered everything. It's not really much you can say, but it's one point that he mentioned about the children that following the custom and also singing the Pakistani national anthem and also witness the raising of the flag and encourage the children to remember where you come from or your parents, where they come from, and the culture and all that. And there's one saying in Chinese, I think is a perfect description of that. It's that the tree can be 1,000 feet tall, but when the leaf falls, it goes back to the root. So this is exactly what you mean. In Canada, in Ontario, we welcome all people from the world, and we encourage them to keep their tradition, their culture, and prosper in Canada, in Ontario. When I kind of like watching the video here, and I discovered 4 out of the 10 highest peaks in the world is in Pakistan. It tells me Pakistan stands tall in the world. I do have a greeting from the Premier on your National Day. Allow me to read. On behalf of the Government of Ontario, I am delighted to extend warm greetings to the members of Ontario's Pakistani Canadian community on the occasion of Pakistan Day. Today, Pakistanis around the globe commemorate the passing of the Lahore Resolution of March 23rd, 1940, and celebrate the Republic's many achievements since that pivotal moment in the history of the country. For Canadians with roots in Pakistan, this celebration is an opportunity to reflect on the rich heritage and traditions from which they draw strength, pride, and inspiration. As Premier of Ontario, I am very proud that our province is home to Canada's largest Pakistani-Canadian community. On the occasion of Pakistan Day, I want to thank all members of the community for their vital and enduring contributions to the social, cultural, and economic life of our province. Pakistani Canadians have distinguished themselves in every field of endeavor, from the arts and academic to business and medicine. I wish everyone a joyous celebration of Pakistan Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Michael Chen. Now I would like to invite Honorable Ikra Khalid, Pakistan origin member of our Canadian Parliament, for her brief remarks.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, everybody, and good morning. It gives me great pleasure to be here today. But before I make my remarks, I do want to recognize that we are gathered here on Indigenous territory. And I think as we celebrate Pakistan Resolution Day, we can all attest to the importance of having that land, to the importance of having a place of gathering and safety. But I also want to recognize how lucky we are as Canadians to have two loves, the love of Pakistan and the love of Canada. I want to remind everybody that it's the people of a land that make a land what it is. And Pakistanis and Canadian Pakistanis have a lot to contribute and have contributed a lot to the making of what is Pakistan today and to the making of what is Canada today. So today I'm here to really recognize and to celebrate all of our accomplishments together. Thank you, everybody. Pakistan Zindabad, Canada Zindabad.
Thank you. Now it will be Honorable Rob Oliphant, Member of Parliament. He will like to give his remarks.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Yaumi Pakistan Mubarak. Mayor Scarpitti, thank you very much for your warm welcome today, and Consul General for really co-hosting this event. I particularly want to thank you for having bagpipes. I'm of Scottish origin, so I feel very welcome today. And it's partly that as someone of Scottish Canadian origin and being with those of Pakistani Canadian origin, it is very true that we often have a foot in two lands. We have a foot of our past land that we honor, we recognize, and we have with great pride. But we also have a foot in this land where we are making a difference and contributing, building a land of promise and equality and dignity here in Canada. And the roots that many in this room have brought from Pakistan are building that country of Canada today. And so I thank you. I want to tell you that it is a huge honor for me to have two colleagues in the House of Commons of Pakistani origin. Ikra has done amazing work in only her first 2.5 years as a Member of Parliament. Not only raising issues of Islamophobia, but raising issues of equality and justice and dignity and the Canadian values which she has brought. And I don't get to publicly thank colleagues very often, but she has done that work. I also want to recognize for a moment Salma Zahid. And she is missing today because she is in a health battle, and inshallah she will win that battle and will be returning to the House of Commons shortly. I know she would want to be here today. She is by our side as we need to be by her side every day in our thoughts and prayers. So we keep Salma Zahid in our minds today. Canada is a land of tremendous opportunity and diversity, but we are not perfect. And that perfection only comes as we work together. And it's always very dangerous to single out any one person, but I noticed Ayub Qureshi up in the corner there. I called him my professor. And he is one of those early Canadians of Pakistani origin who came to this country and who brought a voice for Pakistani Canadians decades ago and continues to work. And I see him up there kind of hovering like sometimes an angel and sometimes a bother as he does that work. And here's a model as I look at the young people in this room to remember how important it is to honor our elders, the people who have brought their stories with them and have built this country. Thank you, Ayub, and thank you everyone in this room for making our country such a strong place. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Honorable Dr. Shafiq Qadri, Member of Provincial Parliament, for his remarks.
Moses Sabatino Hazrat, Sheikh Sami, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, to Your Excellency Imran Siddiqui, Consul General of Pakistan, to the currently exiting Mayor of Markham, Frank Scarpiti, to my entire head table colleagues, Ikra Khalid, Rob Oliphant, Khalid Usman, Deputy Consul General Bajat Hashmi, to my colleague in the Ministry of International Trade in the Government of Ontario and the Parliament of Ontario, Michael Chan, and of course, Chief Jolliffe. I first of all extend greetings on Pakistan Republic Day on behalf of the Premier of the Province of Ontario, the Honourable Kathleen Wynne, but also in that capacity as from the Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration, recognize their excellencies, the many consuls general who are here from Korea, Tayin, Anyang, from Indonesia, Consul General Prambasturo, Salamat Pagi, from Japan, Takako Ito, Arigato gozaimasu mashita, from Bulgaria, Consul General Kachev, Blagodario Ti, from our dear friend from the Republic of Turkey, Erdeni Shen, Teşekkür ederim, from China, Consul General Wei, Sheshe, from the United Arab Emirates, Consul General Al-Araj, Shukran Jazilan, and of course our dear friend, Consul General Muhammad Usman Johar for Sri Lanka, Vanakam. I want to first of all salute all of these individuals for all that they have done and for the friendship they have shown. And we know that the deep ties between the province of Ontario, the Government of Canada, as well as all of the countries that I've named and many others are now building. And that is, Consul General Siddiqui, a testament to your outreach and to your vision and to the many dinners at Pakistan House and the many opportunities that you have afforded me and all of my colleagues to interact with such fine members of the Diplomatic Corps. I want to salute Eric Jolliffe as well, Chief Jolliffe, who, as you may know, has just mentioned, just returned from Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore, and he tells me that paratha and katakat were amongst the favorite, and I'm sure I will learn more about some of his cultural exchanges. All of this is really a vision and a description of this beautiful land that we call Ontario, that we call Canada. In that same spirit, I would like to recognize हमारे जो हम नाम हैं, हमारे सामने जो है, आजकल हम अपने आपस में रिश्तेदारी भी पैदा कर रहे हैं, मजहर शफीक कादरी, हम बल्कि मैंने प्रीमियर को डायरेक्टली भी कहा है कि हमें और शफीक की ज़रूरत है in Parliament, and inshallah we wish you all good luck in the upcoming battle that's coming in June 7th. I want to say simply that this creation that we have, this opportunity, this land, this place of multiculturalism and pluralism, ये वैसे ही नहीं बना, ये लोगों ने तौर तरीके से सोच समझ कर बनाया है, and this is something that we need to guard, to preserve, and inshallah help to flourish. So once again, on behalf of my colleague Michael Chan, and on behalf of the Premier and all members of the legislature, Pakistan Zindabad, Canada Pakistan friendship, Canada Ontario Pakistan friendship Zindabad.
Pakistan, we would like to request him to share his experience with our audience here.
Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I just want to acknowledge the Mayor of Markham. I know he's had to leave, but he was a member of our Police Services Board for 10 years and was a significant individual who has put York Regional Police on the map. I think most of you know that York Police Service is nationally recognized for the work that it does each and every day, particularly its work in community. You also know that you live in the safest community of its size in Canada. And that doesn't happen without having excellent employees within an organization who give it themselves each and every day to ensure that you live in a safe and secure environment. And I'd also like to acknowledge Halid Usman, who is a member of our board, and both the Mayor and Halid, and of course the Consul General, and the Canada Business Council, Pakistan Business Council, asked me if I would take a little travel to Pakistan, which I was very, very honored in doing. I was there from the 10th of March to the 17th of March, having visited Karachi, very bustling city, lots on the go there, very, very busy city. Had the very distinct honor of staying in the governor's residence in Karachi and visiting with the IG of Sindh, and had very extensive conversations with him. The great work that's being done by the Citizen Police Liaison Council, I can tell you they're doing marvelous things there, and I've seen some significant work that they have done in terms of ensuring that Karachi is a safe place to live. Also had the opportunity to visit with the IG of Islamabad. Really unique opportunity to ring the bell at the Pakistan Stock Exchange. Very unique opportunity for a Canadian to do that. And very, very busy overall. I did speak in Islamabad. I spoke at a leaders conference there. I was one of 3 international speakers, and that was a very distinct honor. As the doctors indicated, I did get some culture. I learned all about truck art. That was very neat. I actually brought some things home that talked about truck art, but I can tell you that the reception that I received was significant, and I just want to thank the Consul General again for his assistance in making that trip to be so fruitful and very, very rewarding. I met so many generous people, so many very kind people who wanted to share their life experiences with me, and I couldn't believe how many people I ran into. I ran into hundreds and hundreds of people, and so many have connections here in Canada, relatives here in Canada. They spoke about, particularly in the Greater Toronto area, and that was very pleasing for me to hear. And it was a very worthwhile experience. I very much enjoyed that. I also had the opportunity to visit with Turkey, a very short visit in Istanbul. I want to thank the Consul General for that. Also a very rewarding opportunity. I'll just conclude by saying Bharat Shukriya.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. Daniel Mark Lane here. He's the Director of Family Educational Services Foundation, and he's doing a lot of efforts for the deaf people of Pakistan. He would like to do a short presentation on that.
Assalamualaikum. Khawatien and Azam Khush Hamdeen. Mr. Qadri gave all the formalities, so I salute everyone. Members of Markham, Pakistan community, the government, representatives of the government of Canada, Markham, etc. And I want to thank the Consul General, Mr. Imran Siddiqui, for giving me a platform here to share what I do in Pakistan. मेरा नाम Daniel Mark, कनाडा से आया हूँ, मॉन्ट्रियल से आया हूँ, लेकिन कि पाकिस्तान हमारा घर है 31 साल के लिए. हमारा जी खून कनाडा से लेकिन कि मेरा दिल पाकिस्तान से. I came to Pakistan, I was 30, Pakistan was 40. Both young, full of dreams and ambitions. Pakistan has been my home for myself and my family. Five of my 9 children were born in Karachi. They grew up there and now they're scattered around the world. And Pakistan has given me an opportunity to serve, to develop some new professional skills, and I would like to share some of that with you. We have the only network of schools for the deaf, which is a project that we've established with a colleague 20 years ago. And here I will take you inside the school to see what Pakistan is making possible for the deaf community.
Nadeem Ehsan is one of 9 million people in Pakistan who have some form of hearing loss. Of these, there are over 1.5 million deaf children of school age in the country, yet less than 10,000 attend school. The deaf should be viewed as a distinct cultural group that communicates in its native language, which is sign language. Education is the key to empowerment for this presently marginalized and underserved community. Deaf Reach schools and training centers provide free education and skills training for deaf children, offering them the opportunity of a transformational education. The campuses, located in Karachi, Hyderabad, Nawabshah, Sucker, and Lahore, form the only branch network of schools for the deaf in both urban and rural areas. Daily transport is provided up to a radius of 40 kilometers in each location. The schools and centers focus on a holistic learning approach for the deaf, providing an enabling environment where students can excel. Students ultimately become literate in 3 languages: sign language, Urdu, and English. Technology is used extensively to reinforce visual learning, with all mastering IT skills from an early age. In addition to academics, each student is trained in a minimum of 5 marketable skills, ranging from sewing, embroidery, weaving, cooking, arts and crafts, and product creation. To date, over 5,000 deaf students have passed through the Deaf Reach program. Due to a lack of teacher training programs in the country, Deaf Reach identifies high-achieving students, developing them to pursue a teaching career in deaf education, with many growing into positions of leadership. Today, over 60% of Deaf Reach teaching staff and management are deaf. All parents and family members are provided transport to attend bi-weekly sign language and literacy classes, enabling them to be active participants in their child's development, as well as to improve their own literacy skills. Selected parents also play a key role in each of the school management committees. Working closely with the corporate sector, Deaf Reach delivers a full-circle solution for young deaf adults by providing training in marketable skills and assisting in the employment process, resulting in 340 jobs over the past 3 years alone. Rashidabad, Tandolayan, is a model city designed to meet the health and educational needs for those living in rural areas. A custom-built Deaf Reach campus with a capacity for 500 children has been generously donated to FESF and will be a center of excellence for deaf education in the country. With your support, we can make education a reality for deaf children in Pakistan.
Here's the school, and I would like to again take an opportunity to thank Colonel Nazar Hussain and his family who have built that school for us. Colonel Nazar and Mrs. Leana Nazar were there for the inauguration ceremony. And this is what the school looked like, state of the art, to give an opportunity to the deaf community to come and study. We provide education from college, from KG to college. If you notice, the classrooms do not have walls because deaf people, the sound doesn't disturb them. So Colonel Nazar and family, thank you very much for what you have done. Deaf Reach does not own schools, but in partnership with the Sindh government and the business community, we have set up these beautiful schools. Should you ever be visiting Pakistan, please do call on me. And here we have a problem in Sakar. We have 220 children in this bungalow. But the government of Sindh has built us a school, and we should be moving there during the summer holidays. Deaf people can do anything. It's just a matter of giving them education in their language, as you can see by the results. It's a matter of providing them education in their language. To do so, we have documented the existing sign language, and I've added an extra 5,000 new signs that were not existing. And it's available on internet, on your phone, on a DVD. If you do not have any of these platforms, which many people in Pakistan do not have access to, there is a book in sign language and written in the 6th script of the country. And we were able to distribute 20,000 copies for free all over the country. And this is what the sign language looks like.
Jamni. Ostrich. Shutarmurkh.
Sorry.
Ostrich.
So in case you haven't learned it, can you press the button for the next slide, please?
Electromagnet. Barqi maqnatis.
And children learn through stories, so we have also created stories. So what do? We reach 1,000 children in our school. What about the rest of the children who do not have access to school? So through a grant, we're able to develop more resources. And this is a sample of what it looks like. We have
प्यारे
created
बच्चों,
250
हमने
videos.
काफी हुरूफ को आ और इ के साथ मिलाकर पढ़ना सीख लिया है और आप सबको तो हमेशा सबक याद रहता है। चलिए जल्दी से अपने दोस्तों के साथ ये पढ़िए।
And because of lack of teacher training, we have also developed resources for the teachers. Here's a sample of Rifat, who's a mother of 4
आज मैं आपको
children.
क्या सिखाने वाली हूँ? जी, मेरा उन्वान अलिफ मद आ से खे है। ये हुरूफ तहज्जी है। अलिफ मद आ, अलिफ।
And children learn through stories, so here's an example of what we have done. So we can also build their character through stories. This is a trailer for English and Urdu version.
There was once a poor man who lived with his wife. They lived in an old house at the end of an old village and kept their animals in an old barn. Both the man and his wife were farmers. They also had a dog and a cat and an old cow who gave them milk every day.
एक दफा का जिक्र है कि एक गरीब आदमी अपनी बीवी के साथ रहता था। एक गांव के किनारे पर एक पुराने घर में रहता था। यहाँ उन्होंने जानवर पाले हुए थे। दोनों मियाँ बीवी किसान थे। उनके पास एक कुत्ता, एक बिल्ली और एक गाय थी, जो उन्हें हर रोज दूध देती थी।
And through a grant, we were able to create these resources. And as we speak, we we are able, can you click for the next slide, please? Thank you. Next one. We are able to distribute 1,000 what is called Raspberry Pi, which is a small computer, with monitor, mouse, and keyboard in 225 locations where the deaf are located all across the country. As we speak, this is what's happening. You see, the mouse, the computer, and the monitor will be given at the fingertip, and this is what the homepage looks like. So this is what Pakistan is giving me an opportunity to do. It's giving me an opportunity to serve. And I hope that very shortly I will have positive news regarding my Pakistani citizenship applications I can continue to serve.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel Mark. At this moment, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Ashar Azmat, who was third-year computer engineering student in Ryerson University. Can you please rise in your seat, Mr. Ashar Azmat? And he scored first engineering competition in the whole province of Ontario. To proceed towards the end, we have only two items left. Basically, a cricket team of Toronto Police visited Pakistan, led by Mr. Mansoor. I would like to invite Mr. Gordon Alfred, the captain of the team, to share the experience of his visit to Pakistan.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Pakistan Day to everybody, and Assalamu alaikum. I'm honored to be here. Thanks for inviting us. Last year, we visited England, and when we landed back in Canada, President Mansour Ahmed got in touch with some people in Pakistan, organized a cricket tour to Pakistan, Lahore, and he asked everybody in the team and the members to see who's willing to come. First person, I said, I'm coming. And the experience started there, where Consul General of Pakistan expedited our Pakistan visa application, and we got the visa, and we toured for, some people toured for like 10 days, I toured for 5 days. I was able to play 5 games. And since the day that I landed there, the Lahore City Traffic Police officers and the team welcomed us with open heart, and we received warm welcome. And the public, the people who came to watch the game, they were very happy, and we were able to bond with them and create a relationship. And we still have contacts off the team, and we enjoyed every moment there. We were very happy. We met the people, met the team, and we have built a relationship with Lahore City Traffic Police and the team. And I'm happy to say that we're going to go back. We are planning to go back in like maybe next year or year after if we can. We would like to continue this relationship with Lahore City Traffic Police, and even if we can extend to other cities. And we would like to tour, and also we would like to invite them to Toronto and have a relationship going forever, so we could build a relationship. I felt like I'm from Sri Lanka, but I felt like I was in Sri Lanka. Like that's how I was. I didn't feel any different, and we built a relationship as brothers, and I would like to continue that. So I would ask assistant from the Consul General and everyone else for the team to support the team to come here, and also for us to go back. And thank you very much.
Do you want to have the team stand up? Do we know who they are?
Yes, President Mansour Ahmed.
I'm just going to add few things. Thank you, Consul General, for expediting and arranging the visas for us. It takes immense pleasure for me to go back where I was born as a part of Toronto Police Cricket team as a police officer and see the great work that's been done over there. My team immensely enjoyed the hospitality of the city of Lahore and Pakistan, and we are in the process of holding a World Cup of Police tournament in Lahore, where it's going to be in year 2020, inshallah. 5 different countries, Ireland, England, and New York Police has already committed to me. And inshallah, we will have this. And we need your support, we need the community support, and we need the support from the consul office and everyone else to make this happen. This will put Pakistan Police and Pakistan Police Services on the map of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Mansoor, and thanks to your team as well. Now I would like to, before we make an end to the program, last night there was a match played, the cricket match played, and Lahore Badshahs won the match. I would like to invite the captain of the team, Mr. Imran, to proceed there, so that the Council General, along with Honorable Michael Chen and Honorable Rob Oliver in Parliament, they could present the trophy to you.
Pardon me?
This brings us to the end of the program. Before ending it, I would like to thank the administration of the Markham City, especially Yvonne and her team, along with Mr. Perry. Yvonne, can you please stand? Yvonne and her team who helped us and who bear with us. Thank you, Yvonne and her team. Thank you to Mr. Khalid Usman as well. He has been instrumental in helping the consulate to organize this event for the last 16 years. Thank you, Mr. Khalid Usman as well. Thank you to the community members for participating in this and making this event a big event. Thank you. Refreshments, the food is served outside. Now I would like to request you to proceed to the atrium.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. I'm your host Amna Shah on eAwaz channel, and we're celebrating Pakistan Day, and we're just really excited to be here in Markham. And I have here York Chief Jolliffe. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm great, thank you.
It's such an honor to be interviewing you. And can you give us some remarks about today's ceremony?
Sure. First of all, York Police Service, the York Regional Police that polices York Region and its very diverse communities, is very honored to be able to participate on a day like today. And we have since they've been hosting them here in Markham. And I think many of your viewers understand and know that York Regional Police is a very much engaged organization and community, and we do understand the importance of community engagement and building trust and confidence. So it's an honor to be here and to join the Consul General and many others on a very special day like today.
Great, and you just recently visited Pakistan as well. So how was your trip?
I'm going to tell you, it was outstanding. I was there for just over a week. Most people think that's a very short period of time, but it was very packed full for a week. I visited Karachi. I was in Karachi for 3 days, Islamabad for 3 days, and Lahore for just a day. But just enough to, I think, I get a bit of a flavor of what's going on. But beautiful country. Beautiful people, very kind, very generous, and I had some very unique opportunities to meet some very key leaders in that country. It was just outstanding.
Excellent. And you have a message for our viewers as well that are watching us live right now on EAWAZ channel?
Well, I wish everyone that watched EAWAZ TV. I've been interviewed by this station before, and it's always an honor to have an opportunity to greet your viewers. And I wish them all the best on this particular day. And I've come to learn the special. Hope I get it right. Bahat Shukriya.
Bahut shukriya. Okay,
Yeah.
Pakistan Zindabad. Thank you so much, Chief. Okay, thank you. All right.
Great. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.